Hi everyone, Peter Mullen here, hopefully giving you some great tips, ideas and inspiration from some of my amazing patients, friends and business partners on how to stay fit, sane and healthy through these constantly changing times. Now, today I'm speaking with someone who I consider to be a good friend and also happens to be our accountant. So our accountant, Steph Hinds, is the CEO of Growthwise accounting firm right here in Newcastle. And an interesting twist to the tale, Steph and her partner, Bo, apparently didn't get the memo to be a global pandemic. So earlier this year, they've taken off on an around Australia trip in their brand new camper trailer. So I was really keen to catch up with Steph and talk to Steph. Hello, Steph.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, really well, thank you. Now, I was just saying that an interesting twist to the tale that you guys didn't get the memo that there was going to be a pandemic, and you've taken off around Australia. So, how are you managing to steer your company and challenging clients like myself and Dana through this crisis?
Well, let me just say it's been a lot of fun, and our team actually think that they're in a much better position than what we are, because I don't know if you can see, but this is the background. We are currently on an olive farm in Western Australia, just outside Margaret River, and this is where we're working. So I'm going to spin around. This is our workspace. I don't know if everybody can see Bo working there in the background.
Is Bo picking olives, or is he actually doing accountant stuff?
He's actually doing accounting stuff, as you can imagine, at this point in time. So many of our small businesses really need help just navigating what's going on in the world. So we are working at our camp table in our camp chairs in this beautiful backdrop.
Well, at least one of my patients said this week, with all the improvements in technology and FaceTime and Zoom and everything, that this is really the virus that we've been preparing for. Now, how's the internet out there?
Surprisingly, it has been quite good. We have special antennas and special internet, just in case. We must have known something might have gone wrong, so we were prepared, let's just say.
Well, I must say, you guys have been an amazing help to us, as I'm sure you have been with all your other clients as well. I know Dana's been ringing you daily almost to make sure that we're doing the absolute best we can by our staff through these times as well. So you guys have been very busy, I imagine.
Yes, and there seems to be a press conference every day, another one a couple of hours ago, which is why we're doing this a bit later, because we were busy listening to that press conference. And because the world is basically changing daily, small businesses have to basically adapt every day to what the new norm is.
Well, look, hey, one thing that I've really been amazed with, and I love your always positive, optimistic spin on everything. One thing I have been constantly amazed at is people's adaptability, how quick and how willing people have been able to change to meet these changing circumstances on a day-to-day basis. You guys included, obviously, setting up your home office all the way over in WA.
Yeah, look, I think the Aussie entrepreneur spirit is certainly showing in a time like this. I mean, you're a perfect example, being able to offer a service that so many people need and even more need in this time frame. And you can do that all from home. We're seeing cafes being able to adapt to just takeaway. I would ever condone this because McDonald's is very bad, but McDonald's is doing bread and milk. So,
Yeah.
if you think about all of those things, everyone is adapting to our situation, which is fantastic to see.
Yeah, look, even over here, and I know you don't mind a gin or two, we're even hearing that some of the gin distilleries have converted over to making hand sanitizer.
Yes, one of my favourite gins, Archie Rose in Sydney, actually are doing hand sanitizer. And their first two batches, I believe, sold out before they had even produced them.
Yeah, just incredible. As you said, it's that Australian spirit coming through. Now, how are you managing to keep in touch with your staff at this time? How are you keeping
So
them?
yeah, we've always used technology tools from very early on in our business, and the team have adapted to that at home. So we use a program called Slack, and we use it internally in the office anyway. But we're really seeing the need to keep the team engaged and to try and bring as much normalcy to their life. So we have a few quirky things we normally do. We do squats because our physiotherapists told us we needed to keep moving. So we normally do 20 squats at 10 a.m. and at 4 p.m. every single day
That
in the office.
that is a fantastic idea. I think that should be a nationwide
Yeah.
squats for the coronavirus.
Well, one of the things that everybody wanted to do was keep as much normalcy. So the team all phone each other on Slack. So you can phone in on Slack, and they still do their 20 squats at 10 and at 4. And someone plays, Arnold Schwarzenegger has a very weird song that just basically says down and up for a period of time, and they do their 20 squats. And
Fantastic.
and so those little things are so important for our teams when they're so used to that human interaction. And
Yeah.
we have made a point to share simple things like what is everybody having for lunch today? And, what are the things that they've been doing that really annoy their partners, and just making people have a bit of fun.
Look, I think that's fantastic, and I think we, in some respects, like even though we're all distanced from each other, I think relationships can even be grown or developed in these times because we can have such great connection like that and make all of us make more of an effort. How are you and Bo going? Bo going? What are you doing yourselves to keep well at this time?
Well, we brought our dog with us. So, one moment. Say hello, boss.
Hello, boss.
So we actually brought our dog with us on this trip, and one of the things that he loves is an 18-month-old Labrador. Nothing than everything else is running after sticks and basically just walking everywhere. So we've been really conscious that we go for a walk with him, a long one, every day, and just try and keep as much normalcy. Get up in the morning, walk the dog, feed the dog, do the work. And basically just try and have a normal working day,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
not be going, okay, I'll just work all day and then forget about lunch or forget about dinner or forget about exercise.
yeah. Look, I think they're great tips for everybody working from home, particularly, is to try and create that normalcy. Is such a great word, Steph, in these changing times. And I think that's what's going to really help us get through this is if we try and keep to our normal routines as much as possible and have fun along the way. Now, is Boss chewing his way around Australia as we talk?
He has definitely been chewing his way around Australia. I think we actually had 20 toys that we bought with us at the beginning of this trip. All 20 are destroyed, their insides are completely out. And he now just gets to chew on whatever the farmers give us for the day. So we're very lucky that they've been giving us bones and things for him. But yes, he's destroyed everything.
Fantastic. Now, Dana had one question for you and Bo. Not only, her idea of a holiday is not necessarily travelling around Australia in a camper trailer or your vehicle for 12 months. She wanted to know, not for her own personal reasons, but she did want to know if there would be a camper trailer for sale in the near distant future.
Look, let me tell you that being parked up, and we've been here for 2 weeks already, so being parked up on a farm indefinitely, because we don't know when we can leave, in a camper trailer wasn't what we had imagined. Our aim was to keep traveling, but we have had such a wonderful time before we settled down into 100% working mode. So it will not
Yeah.
be for sale, but Dana and you are more than welcome to borrow it.
Well, maybe I could go away with Bo for a long weekend or something because I think I've got Buckley's of getting Dana 1 foot inside. She'd find it time this is all over, she might be encouraging me to have a holiday by myself anyway.
Look, Peter, I think there's a lot of people that are going to be encouraging their spouses and perhaps even their children to have some separate holidays.
Have some time away. Now, Steph, we're up to the famous Fast Five questions. Are you ready?
I am.
All right. Favourite exercise?
Walking for me, because you can just keep doing it. And especially when you're exploring Australia, you want to walk everywhere.
Favourite vegetable?
Mushrooms. I'm not sure that that qualifies, but it's got to be mushrooms.
I think we can allow that. Favourite splurge?
Gin. You mentioned it before, but I really do like my gin. So I've just been tasting a Ginversity. So they've a local distillery here in the Margaret River, and it is very good.
Fantastic. So Bosco's been touring his way around Australia, and you've been sampling gin, you and Bo, around Australia.
Correct.
It's good to have a plan. And one thing, or your favourite health supplement?
Whatever you tell me I need. Now that's the good answer, right?
That's exactly what I like. And one thing that you can't live without?
Oh, that's a really difficult one. I would have to say at the moment the dog, because he does bring a lot of joy.
Yes.
Traditionally, I would have always said coffee. However, this trip, we have basically not been drinking any coffee. So that's been a good thing.
Fantastic. And given the craziness and everything going on, what would be your number one health tip for everyone listening today?
I think other than trying to keep a normal life, it's about making sure you're still moving. For people who aren't used to just being stuck at home, there's a tendency to just sit down, do your work, and then sit down and watch Netflix. And that's not healthy for any of us. So the more we can just move and the more we can just do simple things, the better. So a few of my girlfriends are basically sharing their cleaning tip of the day. So, you know, they've done their skirting boards for the year, and yesterday was fans, ceiling fans. So simple things like that in just moving, not just sitting still and doing nothing, is really helpful.
Look, Steph, thanks again, and thank Bo for us as well. Like, you guys are doing an amazing job supporting us, as I'm sure you are, or as I know you are, all your other clients. Thank you so much for sharing this beautiful part of the world with us. And I'm so pleased that Canva trailer is not going to be for sale in the near foreseeable future. And you guys take care.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks, Steph.
Bye.
Bye.